everyone, welcome to Builderall Adventures. I'm Jamie. Today we're going to learn how to add a YouTube video to your website. So we're going to go ahead and edit our website. Now I've added a box here. You don't have to do this. You can do whatever you want. I've added this box here to give it a little background to my video. You can do borders and such like that now. You didn't used to be able to do that. That's a new feature, which is awesome. But I still like to do some background stuff once in a while. So in this one I have a blue box here. I've rounded the corners. We're going to go ahead and go to audio and video. You have two options right now. You have YouTube videos and Vimeo videos. I'll do a tutorial for Vimeo as well. It's slightly different, but they're both very easy. For now, we're going to pick YouTube. You can see it gives you a YouTube box here with a video already in it. The first thing I'm going to do is stretch this out and fill it into my box here. And check that I like how it fits. Right now, I like how it fits perfectly. Okay, so let's go to preview real quick and see how that looks. Yep, good, nice little border around the whole thing. Play it. Okay, that looks nice. Right now, it's got all the information and all the buttons. We have the choices to remove those, which I'll show you now. So first, we're going to right-click on the video, and we're going to go to Appearance. So we have a couple different options here. One, you have a border color. So let's say we want to see the border. We'll make it solid. It's hard to see on this video, so let's change the color of the border to, just for purposes of this video, we're going to do a bright orange. You can do, other than solid, you can also do dashed, dotted, and groove. Depending on what I'm doing, I like to use dashed a lot for things I'm selling or that have buy now buttons. But you can do it however you want. For this one, I'm just going to do solid. You can change the size. I like 2 or 3 for these kind. And now this right here, this is going to be your corners. All 4 corners. Top left, top right, bottom right. And you can actually change the corners of the video itself now. So I'm going to go ahead and make it a rounded corner video by changing these numbers all the way around. If you look up here, it's kind of hard to see with these dots on there, but they're rounded now. To really show you the impact, I'm going to change them to 25. And you can see it as it does it here. When I click to go to the next one, you'll see that happen. Oops. You can see right here, it shows you the curve as well as you do it. So now that's curved. I'm going to put this back to 2, and I'm going to change these back to 5. I just like a subtle roundedness, so there's no jagged, sharp corners. But you can do it however you want, whatever works best for what you're doing. You can also enable a shadow. You can see it has the light shadow there. You can make it darker by changing the color to black, and you can get a black shadow. Or you can have fun with it, make it some other weird color, and you can change the size, the blur, and how much on the left and the top it's going to move. You can also do internal, which does an internal shadow. With the videos, I don't know if that will do much, but with the external, you definitely get it. For this one, I'm not going to have a shadow. I'm also not going to have this border. I'm going to leave it just like that. Now the other thing you'll need to do is you'll need to attach the actual video you want to show. Some people have had some issues with that. There's lots of different links you can get for a YouTube video, but only one of them works in this method. So you're going to right click and say configure, and here's the options for the video. The first one is the URL for the video. You can't use the shortened YouTube links, you can't use the shared links. The only link you can do is the full desktop URL link. Okay, so the easiest way to do that is to go to YouTube, to the video you want, and grab the URL out of the bar at the top. Okay, I know you can't see that right now, but I'm going to copy the URL from my address bar, and I'm going to come back to the editor, and then I'm going to select all this, delete it, and I'm going to paste the new one. Okay, if you want, you can change the starting position, start it a couple seconds in, or end it a couple seconds early if there's a long pause at the end that you don't want to be there, or if the beginning has an intro you don't want, or anything like that, then you can change those. You can allow full screen, which I almost always do, just in case there's small stuff on there you don't want them to not be able to see it or read it. Some sites you'll want to do autoplay, some you don't. It's up to you. For the point of this tutorial, we're going to click autoplay so you can see it. We're going to click loop this video. we're not going to show suggested videos. We don't want to give them any reason to click on something to take them away from the site. So there will be a time where you might want to do this, but for this one I'm not going to do that. Display information, I'm not going to do that either. That's a lot of that information we saw on the video here when it wasn't playing. I'm going to get a lot of that gone. And display controls. If you do display the controls, then they have all the normal controls at the bottom. If you don't display the controls, they can only click the video to pause and play. So for right now, I'm going to not display, just so you can see the difference. Okay, so there we go. It updated with the video I wanted. Let's go into preview. Okay, autoplay is on, so it started right away. There's no controls. You can see the YouTube logo, which is required, but there's no controls to stop or play or fast forward. But you can always click it to pause and click it again to play. All right. Remember, we had it on loop, so it started again. There it goes. All right, let's go back to edit. Real quick here, let's go ahead and configure. Let's tell it not to loop. Let's go ahead and display controls and information just so you can see the difference, and not autoplay. So now when you look, you don't see all the stuff, and you have to play it yourself, and now you do have all the normal controls. Okay, so there's a lot of different options how you want to do it. The only other thing I might mention is you also have Edit Sticky. Edit Sticky is pretty cool. If you click on Edit Sticky, you enable the parallax effect when scrolling. Go ahead and enable it, and then it gives you some options. You've got small, normal, and large. I think all of these run small. So the small is really small, the normal is pretty small, and the large to me is just normalish. So I'm going to say large, and I'm going to pick, you get to pick a corner, top left, top right. I want bottom left. I usually do bottom left, but it depends. Depending on how your content is laid out, you might want to move it somewhere else. Just so you can see what that looks like. What that means is when you're playing the video and you scroll and the video goes off the screen, it will show up down here and continue playing so they don't miss any of the information. It does cover up a little of the content here, but not enough where I think it would be a bother at all. When you come back up, it goes back to the main screen. Alright. That's about it. There are a couple other options here, but they're not really, they're options that are on all the elements, not just the videos, so not a big deal. Just like anything else, you can hide it, you can duplicate it, you can put it as a higher or a lower level. If I wanted this blue box to show up above the video, I can move it to a higher layer. There we go. So now it's a higher layer than the video is. And you can tell by dropping it on the box, it'll move it to a higher layer. Boxes can be containers. So when you move something onto a box and it gets a blue highlight, that means you're adding it to it as a container. So if I click on the blue box now and move it, I'm moving both the blue box and the video. If I click just the video, I'm just moving the video. Alright, I think that's about everything for YouTube videos. If there's anything I missed or more you want to know, let me know. I'll be happy to do another one. Have a great day.